Jamaican state of mind. Everything is fine. Yeah, I'm in a jam down state. Yeah, Jamaican state of mind.
Yeah, wagwan people. Welcome to another episode of Jamaican State of Mind podcast. This is your host Nick, and before we get into it, we just want to big up everybody who've been supporting the podcast, and I mean we really appreciate it. Big up all the new listener them, all the long time listener them, everybody who subscribe to it, just continue supporting it, sharing it, and I mean, and remember to reach out to us on social media and all of that, and I mean if you have any question or any suggestion, I mean you can reach out to Jamaican State of Mind pod, or even Carter and myself directly. You see me? But on this episode here, we were joined by a special guest, a fellow podcaster and blogger, Shawn, aka Reggae Music Forever. Him join us on this episode to discuss a bag of thing, talk about how Reggae Music Forever came about, what going on with Reggae Talk, current state of Dancehall, and a whole bunch of things. So I know I'm going to enjoy that one, yeah? So I'm going to check it out, listen, let me know what you think. In the meantime, stay blessed. Later. Well, this is Jamaican State of Mind podcast, and we have a special guest with us on this episode. That's some go-to person to kind of keep up with the modern music, dancehall music. Because as a man, I'm an old man. But a fellow podcaster himself, a blogger, the host of one of the hosts of the Reggae Talk Podcast, the man behind the Reggae Music Forever blog, and also goes by the name Reggae Music Forever. Shawn, welcome to the podcast, boss.
Yeah, man. Big up, Nick. Jamaican State of Mind podcast. Big up, Nick. Big up, Carter. Listen, man, I say much respect for you guys bringing me on your platform. I love the movement, and I love how you guys have remained consistent. Listen, man, I say much respect.
Come on, respect, man. You know, it was long in the waiting for you on this, man. We keep working all the time, and the time keep, but glad we finally met the time for being here, because we have some things we get,
Holy but a crocus bag of things. Holy things.
Yo, real quick, me and Shawn message, like, I remember me and Shawn link up over Instagram the first time, and it's like, me and Shawn message, like, me and the man are bridging for a long time. Me and the man message, me and the man debate. I remember one day me and the man are debate about something, and I said the whole day, back and forth. The entire day.
Hot.
Yeah, man, so good vibes, man, good vibes. And so before we get to anything, want the audience know, what I mean, who you are, as I say. So Reggae Music Forever, how that came about, the name and the blog and everything.
All right, so it's a Reggae Music Forever. That's actually a great question, because before Reggae Music Forever in a Nick, the movement was a lot of people, a lot of original people, and the movement was Dancehall Reggae Talk.
Oh,
yeah, man. That was a lot of people don't know that. I still maybe about a quarter of the people who follow Reggae Music Forever, the early supporters.
Yeah.
Dancehall Reggae Talk. That's how we started. And Dancehall Reggae Talk was inspired from dancehallreggae.com. For the people who've been in this social media world for more than 15, 20 years now, it has transcended, but for people who've been around for a long time, dancehallreggae.com. You see me, I say? You know about dancehallreggae.com?
Yeah, man.
All right. So you say dancehallreggae.com now. They were pretty much the ones who set it when it comes to like forums. It was a forum. You know what I mean? And that's pretty much where I started with the online thing and, the discourse when it comes to reggae and dancehall culture on dancehallreggae.com. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And there's still some people right now who I still communicate with from dancehallreggae.com. I don't know if you know about Genie Sweetness. You ever seen Genie Sweetness on the blog?
Sweetness.
No,
Genie Sweetness. So familiar.
Yeah, man, Genie Sweetness. She's into VPAL. You know about VPAL music?
VPAL Music.
VPAL Music. They were like a subsidiary. I think she's doing her own thing right now. Subsidiary of VP Records and
really?
Okay.
Whole heap of things. Genie Sweetness and a number of other, most notably Genie Sweetness. They were on DanceHallReggae.com. So pretty much DanceHallReggae.com was back during the MySpace era. It was a forum.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? You remember the forums from back in the early
right.
I
know you're bringing back some deep memories, brother. Whoa. When it's
MySpace.
MySpace and all that kind of thing there.
Yeah.
Island Mix Mix was another one. You know what I say? For the more Caribbean, you know.
That come like when the name Go Jamaica Online.com.
Yes. Yeah, man. Go Jamaica and all them kind of thing there.
Yo.
So DanceHallReggae.com was a space for pretty much people like me and you, when we discussed all things reggae dancehall, you know what I'm saying? So we would go back and forth. The same conversation we have today, that those are conversations we had back on DanceHallReggae.com.
Yeah.
Now, pretty much it came a point where forums kind of like fizzled when social media kind of, you know, started to boom. So the Twitter, yeah, man, started, you know, no one not up on forum no more. People wanted the real time. People wanted, you know, Twitter came into play. So
yeah,
I went on Twitter now, you know, and I started doing my thing, and that's pretty much where I started voicing my opinions and all those different type of things. From Twitter now, Instagram came to life, and people say, "Yo, my youth, go up on Instagram, bro." Ray. So you know what I say? So I go up on Instagram now, and I started Dancehall Reggae Talk. Dancehall Reggae Talk. That's before Instagram had videos. A long time I blogging on my youth.
Yeah.
Before Instagram had videos, I literally used to post photos of artists. You know what I mean? I used to post photos of artists. I used to post song lyrics, anything. You know, Instagram never had videos. And just talk and just write my thing. I used to pretty much write like many articles. Publishing when I went to college. When I went to college and I used to write for the college publication, and you know I had my own radio show. You know what I'm saying? That was my passion. At one time I launched my own magazine, and that was really my passion, from writing and publishing and all those kind of things. You know what I'm saying? Big up Trilogy Music. Trilogy is a yard youth. He's doing this thing right now. Established hip hop producer. Trilogy and I had a, as a side note, we had our own radio station on campus where we played reggae and dancehall and pretty much do what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
Anyway, so back to Dancehall Reggae Talk. So that's what I was doing early out on Instagram before the platform kind of like, you know, started to develop and thing. All right, but again, it was a hobby.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And just out of the love of it. But I never really pushed it as an opportunity. It was more like out of the love. And it still is out of the love.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, the thing now, it reached a point where I realized that the dancehall Reggae Talk name was kind of like, it was attracting certain people, and I never liked the energy. It was a little bit too volatile.
I know what you're talking about. We don't say.
Yeah, man. And me's a man. Me's a balanced youth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Me's a balanced person. I don't like too much of one thing. So I say, you know what? Reggae music, that's the root. So I'm going to change the thing to Reggae Music Forever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I changed it to Reggae Music Forever. And from that point on, the thing started shoot. I started attracting a different demographic, a different kind of people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it just
more international too.
More international, and like the dancehall moniker was just, I felt it was just kind of like, you know, like all the artists them said that nobody can box them in. Felt boxed in. The reggae thing started. You know, it just attracted like a wider
reggae more global. The name reggae is more a global name than say dancehall.
Yeah, man.
Dancehall, you have to know dancehall. Like, you know what I mean? You have to be into it.
Yeah, man. So I was one of the first I was one of the first bloggers on Instagram. I'm talking about, I remember tell you, when I came on Instagram, it was maybe about 2012.
Yeah.
And I cannot recall anybody who was doing what I was doing on Instagram. You know what I say?
Yeah.
But back then, it was just like out of the love. It was just out of the love one thing. I wasn't really pushing to try to get following. And as a matter of fact, my page was private for years.
Oh, yeah?
Private for years and years and years. It was just maybe about reach a point years later, somebody said to me, say, yo, you need to unprivate your page. And I said, hell no, I'm private page. I'm you. I'm you. And I say, yo, if your thing loud and private, so you can get more followers and I say, really?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's really that's pretty much the journey of Reggae Music Forever. You know what I mean? And then came Reggae Talk Podcast back in 2017.
Oh, yeah.
Them time nobody it weren't too many people who do podcasts. I'm like, my
yeah,
goodness.
the word
especially
the word podcast
talking, especially on a talking level, like, you know, in other than music. You have a couple like music podcasts, but like them just play music and stuff. But like on the way you guys was doing, just having conversation, a lot of people wasn't doing that. I
want to tell you something, because a lot of other people, I remember when we started, big up Nightly Fix. Big up Nightly Fix. I remember when Nightly Fix, they had a little rift with whatever the radio station they were broadcasting.
Right, yes, because I remember them from the radio station.
All right, and here's the thing now. Big up Naro, big up Ari, because we've developed a relationship through the years. You know what I mean? They were actually influential in my movement as well, because they always reference what I was doing throughout the years, over the past maybe 5-7 years on their platform.
Yeah.
Always reference the thing, always follow the thing.
It's so funny you say that, you know.
Yeah.
It's not to cut you, but it's funny you say that, because I wanted to cut you earlier when you said that, you know, you've been doing this for so long. I'm gonna say, boy, you know, you kind of remind me of Nightly Fix, because I was like, yo, if you're back, then that means, boy, brother, you should have really have some artists on the show. You know what I mean?
You see me, I say?
Yeah, because if you start from them time there, and remember, me go Yui and Nightly Fix, remember even, come I graduated Yui 2008, so remember them from, I would say, at least 5 years later, I think was the first time I hear them on, you know, the Yui radio station. That's started out.
New Stock.
Yeah, New Stock. Yeah. That's where they used to use this studio on campus, and, you know, they branch off and whatever you, but, you know, they were, when we see them go, you know, the term podcast, when it just come on, even to me, you know, they sound foreign and like, what do you mean podcast? Like, you know, is it a radio show or what? But then when we see them translate that now and, you know, become independent, so to speak, right? Where them can speak their mind and not have the limitations of radio. I say about the first time I see them do it, I say, you know, so this thing I'll take out, because this is an idea me and Nicholas talk about, but we say, yo, can you imagine have something where you have artists come on and be able to talk about them, you know what I mean? They talk about the things when them talk up on the corner and what go on at the studio to the public.
Real talk.
Look how the man them come and do the thing, man.
Real talk. But here's the thing though. You see when Nightly Fix left New Stock, now I link me and say, yo, brother, you guys inspire us, because we want to take the route that you're taking. A podcast, we want to go in, brother. Say, I say, what you think? So I say, what you mean? Go podcast, bro.
Yeah.
I say, yo, my youth. And that me, I think, man. So I say, yo, go podcast. So this was like maybe about 2017, 2018.
Yeah.
When we just launched Reggae Talk. And nobody was really doing podcasts when it comes to in our sect, in our world. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. But with that, I say it to say, yo, big up Nightly Fix same way, because them take on the road, them take on, you know, the podcast journey and thing, and they're doing damn well. But in anything what you do in life, you got to be consistent. Consistency is the key. You see me I say?
Yeah. And with the consistent, I have a curious question. I know may talk offline about this, but you know, your with your podcast, the Reggae Talk. Now we have on YouTube.
Yeah.
I'll go on with it.
All right. It's a Reggae Talk now.
Going on.
All right. So Reggae Talk has kind of like been what's the word? MIA. I wouldn't say defunct, but it's kind of like been on the back burner over the past maybe year. I would say maybe about a year, because we were doing Reggae Talk live.
Yeah.
I say. But yeah, the thing, but with the original format, Reggae Talk was founded. Obviously, I'm the person at the forefront and thing, but it was a team of us. Well, we have family. You know, for real.
For real, and
all right. So we all right. So but originally, V came on after. Originally, it was for real, me, Dancehall Dave, that I'm a cousin, and Infallible. So it was 4 of us. All right. So pretty much everybody had a role. My role, of course, was to come up with all of the content. Everything on Reggae Talk, when it comes to content and discussions and all of the creative business.
Yeah.
That was all me. No. You said the tech side, like the production side. The production side was Dancehall Dave.
Yeah.
And then eventually he was the one that was editing the videos. So him deal with the audio and him deal with the videos. Infallible, he was the one that deal with the camera work, the photography.
Yeah.
All of the video business and all of them kind of thing there. Him take the video, the different angles, set up all the lighting and all them kind of business, Dancehall Dave, edit the video, edit the audio, and me and Farid host it. All right. So we had a machine going. We weren't paying anybody. Everybody was, working towards the vision and thing.
Yeah.
All right. Then came Dancehall Dave. Man get married. Man get a youth. You see me I say? Family life and all those kind of things.
Yeah.
And obviously, something had to give. You know what I'm saying? And even with that, we still were, we were paying. It got to a point where Dancehall was really good with the video editing. And he was also good. Because with audio and them kind of thing, it take hours,
Yeah.
Take hours to clean up all of them things and different frames and all those kind of things. So it was at a point where the podcast was like, the podcast I shoot my youth. Like, I was talking to Leela Ike manager. Them want to come on the podcast every day. Prodigy manager, the same person who managed Leela Ike. And when Prodigy mother. All kind of people, my youth. List goes on and on and on. We interviewed Bobby Condas, we interviewed, it's like the thing was just, it was shooting. And then it got to a point where we weren't able to keep up with the vibes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, so we say, all right, the show got to go on. The show have to continue and thing. We say, you know what? I'm going to put up an ad on Craigslist and get some, get somebody to edit the video them and thing. Also, we say, on our bridging, Elamar. Elamar's a producer as well. Elamar, Cranium, nobody has to know.
Yeah.
He produced that and some other big song. Elamar does video production as well. And video editing and all kind of thing there. Yeah, man. So Elamar edited a couple of videos but Elamar have all kind of things to do. Everybody had all kind of things to do.
Yeah.
I had to start link some people. A man tell me, say, they want $300 per episode. You know what I mean? $300 per episode. And remember everything that we're doing is out of our pockets.
There's no income coming in here. Mm-hmm.
So, and we're trying to get sponsors. We are do everything. We are trying to get sponsors. We are trying to get advertisers. We are do all of these different things. And at the same time, we are balanced family life. You know what I mean? So it got to a point where it's like the thing it's like it started slowing up.
Yeah.
It started slowing up, and my youth, I think we have maybe about 6 or 7 episodes that we did. That's still not released yet, my youth.
That me I gotta ask because I know me see a preview one and me never see it come out.
Morgan Heritage family, we interviewed them. I know them a premium, my youth. K. Canil a premium. Mr. Pepper a premium.
Yo, Mr. Pepper. Yo. What do you watch a freestyle? Yo, what do you watch a freestyle with Cartel and them? I say Mr. Pepper, and I say, yo, what, Mr. Pepper?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But
yeah, man. So and some other couple other big artists too. Couple other artists are premium, my youth, but it's like we couldn't really keep up with the video editing, and it's like, right, it's for real. For real, come like for real, knows me I do interview. Yeah, man. So that was pretty much what took place. But then came the pandemic. It took another turn, bro. Reggae Talk Live. Reggae Talk Live was amazing because
man, that day go on, man. Yo, man, you do a good episode and the man not see everything, man.
That was our next, that was our next thing to, bro. That was a great episode.
Conversation, man, the man have me and say, yo, I know that turn up. Man, phone, the thing died.
That was a great episode. The phone did.
Yeah.
Thing and interview. Remember, so we interviewed Chanel Muir. We interviewed Chanel Muir before she bust.
Yeah.
Okay. That was a great episode. Interview Mr. Lex. That was a great. That's still there. We interviewed Ikea, Diani. We interviewed. The list goes on and on and on. So you know what I mean. So
it was advice, man. You know the ladies them they love the after dark session.
And the after dark. not to mention our events. Reggae Talk anniversary.
Yeah.
Oh God. About 300 people show up in the rain, bro.
Mad.
In the rain, like live band. So it's like
guys have to get back to it, man, and have to figure out and you know how not gonna do it, but I need to get back to it, man, cause is a thing that's needed, especially on the video side, you know what I mean? And you know, the guys up in New York, there's you know, in the heart get some real people and have some good conversation.
We're gonna get back to it, bro, because it's like until this day the demand is. Sometimes I go up on the Reggae Talk page and I see so many people still following. I find 1 minute put up on the page, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's like the demand the demand is there. So it's just a matter of just you know what I'm saying, showing some conviction and get it right now. My cousin who used to do the video them, he's a full-fledged family man. He's not really into the thing now. So right now we need a team. And that's the thing though.
Yeah,
it's a team right now, and I'm sure Carter, you were talking about interviewing a girl earlier to edit and stuff. So it's all about team, bro.
Yeah, man. So that are the thing, cause right now, yo, man, understand where I come from. You know, it's like the podcast game is consistency is the key, but if you stay consistent is a mother. Cause I tell you, cause even with us, we just do audio, right? You know. And you know, like the first episode, the way them sound and never sound too. So me I learn that as I go. You see me I say?
Yeah.
If you do, cause I never done the editing and then so I don't know nothing about that. So I'll be a YouTube, I watch a kind of learn me look at skills them and them thing there. But it takes time because like you record something, you have to listen to it in the entire stop. You try phase out when you phase out, if you know, on background, you know, try your best as possible to clean it up. And so, it's a process. That's what I say for us. We want to do the video, but we are trying to figure out, we would have to hire somebody figure do that part there because, you know what I mean, you know.
You have to invest in it.
We have to invest in it. So that's the next phase for us, you know.
Because you can't afford the time, so you have to pay for it. Not true.
You have to pay for the time.
That's how it is, because it would be nice for really have the hours. Because I would love to get into video editing, but brother, with my job right now,
exactly.
Yeah, the time.
But when me come home after work, I'm done, brother. I don't even, sometimes you put on the phone, I will say, I want that phone, I don't even want it ring right now. But that's why I'm going out like a car and it mellow out for a vibe. But it's something when Nicholas, Nicholas, I don't want to come up with this whole idea for the podcast and actually, initiate and, I'm gonna say, well, you know what? If you got to take the lead, you know what I mean, we jump on board. But but with Nicholas' responsibility as a family man himself, you understand, work, you know what I mean? then to collaborate at the time when both of us are available. You understand?
Struggle.
And keep right. Then remember when we do this nice video, he have to go back and spend probably a couple hours trying to edit this thing. So it's like everything is time consuming.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, I'm say, Shawn, no need to get back to it, man. Cause
Yeah, man.
it's a good platform, so no need to build on it. But we get to some other things with you. First thing I want to ask you, it is a current thing me and Carter have on our episode we talk about. And you guys talk about it on an episode already. But the influence of the bad man lyrics in the culture and to the society, right? And me say it to you, say that the CMO conversation is a conversation we have from your youth. And we are all growing, man, and we still have the same conversation, right? But I want to get your opinion, all these your thought on the matter with, especially lately when they hear the Prime Minister and the government, I'm a blame the condition right now in the country, I'm a blaming pan. What's your opinion on that matter?
Yeah, man. I mean, with the bad man lyrics, I mean, you can't blame it on dancer. You cannot blame it on dancer when the system is flawed, man. The system is flawed. I mean, I get it. It's easy to start pointing fingers, but how about you fix your house first? You know what I say? I mean, dancehall is a byproduct of the system. I mean, but dancehall was birthed in the ghetto. Yep. You know what I say?
Indeed.
Dancehall came about from marginalized people who were speaking out against the status quo. You know what I'm saying? From way back when.
Yeah.
So for you to point fingers, the status quo back then, that wasn't it wasn't a good place. People were speaking out against the injustices and pretty much what was taking place in Jamaica at the time. Music is life,
Yeah.
So for you to point fingers. I'm not saying because these artists, I believe in social responsibility wholeheartedly. I believe in social responsibility as an artist. As long as you become a public figure, as long as you become someone of some kind of influence, on a generation or the population as a whole, you must take on some level of social responsibility. If you're putting out a certain vibration into the universe, certain energy, you know what I'm saying? However, for the government to point fingers at dancehall artists, I think it's unfair. They need to clean up their house and they need to fix things. You know what I say? They need to fix the infrastructure. And it's like the whole dynamic, it's like it's easy for point fingers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I agree though. I agree with what you said. The only thing is I disagree. And you hear me say it several times already. I don't believe artists have social responsibility unless them choose to. I don't believe it's an automatical thing you chew at them. Because I understand what I say. Them once again, some people them just want the popularity. Them just want to make some money. Them don't want the social responsibility of it. So I don't think it's up to us to assume.
So you don't think artists should embrace social responsibility once you have an influence on a generation? You don't
want to. That's it. That's my answer to it. I don't think it's mandatory. If them choose to, them can do it. But I don't feel like we should put it on them. That's like, my thing is like we can say and I'm talking about in the last episode, Mr. Cartel even ask Cartel that responsibility. And Cartel said no. If you want to grow your pitney, if you listen to me and take all your life lesson from me, then your fault as a parent.
All right. So So you think these artists, they could be as reckless as possible? You know what I'm saying? Knowing that the generation, the no generation are consuming their content, and you think it's okay for them to be as reckless as possible, just to garner attention.
Because people are we are reward them. That's what my thing is. Me look upon thing like this, you know, like capitalism. In a way, I'm look upon people having freedom of speech and expression to express themselves. Just deal with the consequences of that, and we are rewarded. If there was no market feed, they wouldn't survive. Now, I mean, how much other artists try that thing and them not make it out, and them not become success because there's no market for it. It's just the culture of Jamaica, just period, is just that we love the clash culture, we love the backline culture. Me and the answer is me grew up in a dancehall session. Me grew up around sound system. Me grew up in the old school way, meaning majority of the artists then when me grew up knowing from young, most of them learn to perform before them turn an artist. You get what I'm saying? I what I mean by that. You have a stage show, run a sound system, and then you understand? Me grew up around scene. Me grew up God dance, sound over this, over part of the land, across each other, a clash. Me grew up loving that culture, the lyrical, bad man lyrics, whatever it is. But my thing is, me feel like them artists supposed to have the freedom to express themselves, do what them want to do. If we want to reward that culture, it's on us. We are the consumer. You see me I say? So me cannot blame the artists them alone, and while we are reward the behavior. Cause we want it.
Let me give you a scenario, right? All right. Get a youth of a rich. Get a youth of a rich. Once the artist them boss, your art, me not call nobody name. Once you're boss as an artist, you come from the garrison, see? Your goal is to leave the ghetto. Leave the ghetto and go uptown. You know what I say? You want to leave the ghetto and go uptown and live a better life. See? Your kids them, when they left, when you think I start shoot, they go in Brook, or you go wherever you want to go, uptown. You live a different lifestyle. Now, you want your kids them to go to the best school. You want your kids them to be around kids who are going to influence them positively. You see me I say? Along with that, you're raising your kids. I don't think as an artist, you're going to play certain music around your children. Because you want them to live a better life. You want them to have better experiences than you had. You know what I say? You're trying to shape their reality into something more positive and more uplifting. No, you live uptown and you're doing all those things and your new reality and you have your offspring them and you live a better life. You post your Benz, you live on Instagram. You know the typical dancehall thing. Yeah, you know what I say? The new thing nowadays, if you're married, you have your wife, you're nice. No, all you are seeing, like I said earlier, it's a capitalism. You're singing about Marapantar and you're painting all this picture, all these grim images of murdering people and all of these different things. And guess what? Listen to it. All of the youth them downtown. You see me I say, you don't think you should have some kind of, if you don't want your child to listen to those kind of music and you're trying to give your child a better life, why would you subject other people's children to consume that kind of music? Just because you want to make a dollar?
Because it might do way, but hear what you just say, the artist make sure say him not play the certain music around film pitting them. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I'm gonna put that responsibility on them. And reason why I'm say that, and yeah, like for example, some artists, like you just say, want to move and go uptown. Yeah, some artists love the badness, love the ghetto. Them not going nowhere. Me they grow Jamaica, me see that. Yeah, some man every day. No, man. Even one of them even back in the day, I'm growing up, I'm at certain ends. I grew up in a certain community. Music some artists, man, them there every day. Them love it. Yeah, some man
just sleep though. They not sleep there.
But no, them not sleep there, but I'm just saying them just love the culture. I like it and when I said though with the youth them, me grew up in the ghetto, and I mean know enough man like me grew up in the ghetto where we are Carter and Carter with the same school. Would a clash every day with all of the bad man them lyrics. And most of them come up and turn no bad man. Kinda because they didn't have no influence on us because that's what we want to do. Me are no bad man. And I'm with a DJ the most graphical bad man lyrics and from a little youth, me know them thing there. But me just say, so to me, that's that part there at the problem in the country is such a minute thing. It's not even irrelevant. It's not even relevant to the situation what's going on in Jamaica. I said there's so many other issues on the pie chart that need to resolve before we can even have this lyrical say that are the problem. You understand? So I think we are skip the line and I go down the you know, we have a step of things we need to do, but we just jump to the easiest thing to talk about. So that's why, but me just believe, say, somebody them have the responsibility for freedom to express themselves that way. And if we want to reward that, we reward that. If we choose not to reward that as a culture, we don't choose to reward it. But the fact that them make money and fight, them are going to continue doing it. You know, Mr. Man come on stage and I try bust with some positive song. They are doing the part, stay true or keep. Hey, man say you have 3 minutes up, the man I try bust with a nice go vibe song. No get no forward. As a man come up and say, yo, boss all me gun none of them. I be. So we look for the marketing, but we are even if that now, even if the artists don't want to do that, I'm more a boss. You might go typically choose a road because typically that's the fastest way. You get where you want to go. So
the society it's a societal thing. It's what the society likes, that kind of entertainment.
Exactly.
So they do whatever the society will respond to.
Most of them do that.
Listen, Shawn. This is good to actually listen both sides of this thing because Shawn made a very strong point where, and he's go back to the question what he asked. He's asking, so you're saying that there's no social responsibility from the artist, but then Nick said very eloquently that it is not. It's not. I don't think it's a causation effect of, you know, the issues. You know, like it's not the causation effect where the music is making the people do this. But you know, where it's like a balancing act of both arguments. You know, where I come in and I say, I think about the examples in use rich people from the ghetto want to get out, and when the man them get out, them go uptown. That's the goal, right?
Yeah.
I just said music from Nicola's side. I say, you know, it cannot be. It must be up to the artist's social responsibility. But you see, when a reggae artist sing a song where uplift people and people say cry I water and say, yo, you know, so listen to the song and me and tell us, brother, yo, it make me get up off of the ground when me gonna give up or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Look at that, yeah. Look at that. No, when me hear call. I'm gonna say, but me the man say when we shoot people in a broad daylight. See me I say,
but people been dead in a broad
daylight. Hold on. And Nicholas used the example. We got the same school and we see people who, you know, come from some rough areas and never have certain things and have you, right? But we although we went to the same school, we have different lives, our support systems, right?
Yeah.
Opportunities, Shawn. You know, we come back to, yes, when the man them say go get the gun and slap out tomorrow, you have some youth, as you said, downtown, we don't have no guidance and support system and no opportunities. So when a man, and what them youth they normally do, them normally try to find some support system, which is not normally most times the right one, right? So when you don't have opportunity and you don't have support system, yes, the music can really take a toll. A man feel like say, yeah, man, that, you know, that a man say, the thing, that I like the thing, and him not, I wouldn't even want to use the word educate, you know, but don't, he doesn't have the reasoning ability to decipher that. Listen, that is just literally capitalism.
Even
and music is life. It's a reflection of what them see around. A man can't get up tomorrow. Every artist who must come on an interview and say come up with a song, it's either somebody says something, life experience, or observance of another person's experiences. So as you say, music is life. So when you hear, trust me, they run some, when they are yard, they run some, I got some party, brother. You know, some here, I'm enough for that. If not that, my mother say, what me I do that, so? When you hear some song play, I hear, bam, bam over here, and I say, yo, all right, I'm ready. Because if I the song I make the money, my hype up, so me no one day if a man step on a man clocks. You see what I say? So me I show you say, it really have a little, you have to have some social responsibility. Because as you say, me I go call him. Big as step on night the fix, I say, yo, yeah, him really think back and say, yo, because right now him have some youth, you know, certain age, and him I say, you not gonna make the man listen to the song them. So I say, yes, you have to think, because when you make the tune them, Nicholas, when we go to school and girl in the back of school bus, I wish tune I play. Take body girl, take it easy. You understand? Yeah, brother. Come on. You have to take. You have music, the words is powerful. We're not
gonna relive. We're not gonna relive the last episode, right? Because we have some.
But can me have a question for Shawn?
But me just want to say, even in ST, when you just say the product of the man environment cause him to be. Product of the environment, I go. If somebody have the intent to do anything, regardless them have the music or not, them I go do what them I go do. You see me? I say if you live in a certain environment and the environment groom you a certain way, yeah, because music does invoke some emotion, good or bad emotion. But most people are there have the intent to do what them I go do. Because if me have a gun, I mean, song not tell me to go buy a gun. It's just the environment. So. But we have a discussion in the last episode, and we have some other things we want to get with Shawn with. But so we don't want to spend too much time because we're going to debate that today.
Yeah, it's as you say, it's a generational argument and it's a galang.
Well, one question I want to ask both of you. One last question I want to ask both of you. What came first, scamming or the scamming song?
The scamming song or scamming?
Yeah, which one come first?
Oh, come on, Nicholas. That's a
I'm not asking. Which one come first?
That must be scamming, man.
All right, scamming. So and then the man start singing about scamming.
But we're not debating. No, we're not debating the fact that remember Shawn started off saying, and as you said, it's not the biggest. It's not the biggest issue on the pie chart, and you see you have to fix the house first. Yeah. Both parties are arguing from the same standpoint, but it's just the argument is, does the artist have a social responsibility in the type of music that they
you say somewhat, Shawn said definitely, and me said no. So that's all the way.
Well, you say it is up. You say it's the choice.
Me said the choice of the artist. Shawn said definitely. And
once you become an influence,
all right.
Once you become an influence upon the youth, them, you know what I mean? I say I think. Automatically, you gotta have some level of social responsibility. You have to assume it. I just something feel. You know what I mean?
No, we get it.
It's like as you say, it's a part of the job, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, you know what I mean?
We are gonna disagree to agree on this
one. But like Nick said, some of them money, they just have a capitalistic school of thought. You know what I'm saying? They just make it
whatever hat them are going.
Yeah. And them only care about them immediate family. So even though them left the ghetto, you know, they don't care. Them stuck. So that's to show you how the ghetto supposed to get better. If you continue to inject a certain energy in the ghetto, you know what I say. So do you really want the ghetto to improve, or you just want to eat a food? And even though I'm up here looking down at the ghetto, spewing putting a certain energy in the ears that the ghetto youth them are gonna breathe in. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna consume rather. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, my kids, me left the ghetto, and my kids them know me make sure them all right. So do you really care about the ghetto? Or you just care about yourself?
So would you blame somebody who would try, say, they might try to do that thing there, you know? Like I said, want to put in some good energy in the ghetto. Lyrically, song-wise, whatever, right? But them not make no money. Or them not get the reaction them might look for. Because them are artists. That's what them I want.
Well, you
say I tell me, say, you must struggle until, because I know artists like that, you know.
You sound like Fanta, that sound like Fanta Moja. Fanta Moja say him go freaky. Him go freaky road because now go on. I sound like the next artist. What are the rest artists nowadays?
Yeah, man. Yeah. My what name? Blacks, what name? Like
Natural Blacks.
Natural Blacks.
Dancehall.
Yeah, man. The one said cut out black kind money and
now go on and in them hungry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but at the end of the day, as an artist, you gotta have a purpose. You see me? I say, if your purpose is to make money, and that's the knock on a lot of these artists nowadays, their purpose is just to make money.
Yeah.
Or your purpose is to make a mark on people and become a legend. You know what I say? Become a legend and impact people positively, or you know what I say?
And that's what we're gonna get in the next thing there before. I know Carter, you say you want.
Yeah, more
because I agree with that. Man, I look for the immediate fix or the immediate gratification. But then again, I'm the person who gonna say, yo, if that's the way him want to do, him do that. Me give people the freedom to make the choice them want.
So them can't talk about the advancement of the ghetto. You can't. You're not real about it. You just actions below now word. You just try to.
And I agree with that statement. You know what I mean? And I agree with that statement. But before transit, Carter, you say you have a question you want.
Yeah. So Shawn, as a man, you know, with deep musical history, right?
Yeah, man.
Do you believe dancehall is no, I don't want to say dead, but do you believe dancehall as you know, fall off in terms of its international impact? Because and I'm going to use the names because, you know, let's go back, you know, the Shaggies and the Shawn Pauls that actually crossed over and impacted, you know, on a world scene and still are. So why is it that I don't see this, you know, I don't like for quite some time that seem at least one just come out and, you know, pull dancehall back into the forefront.
All right. Do I feel dancehall has fallen off in terms of international impact? Absolutely not. The impact of dancehall is alive and kicking. You know what I say? I mean, and we hear it in different genres and offshoots and subgenres. The impact has not fallen off. No. Is dancehall itself at the forefront? Jamaican dancehall at the forefront right now when it comes to when it comes to popular music, when it comes to our artists? No, it's not at the forefront. They've fallen off, but specifically when it comes to doing numbers and so forth from our artists, no. But as far as our influence and our impact, it's alive and kicking. You know what I say? I mean, we hear it in across different genres. We hear it in the Afrobeat. We hear it in the pop. The tropical house. We hear it in the latest what do you call it, Trinidad. We hear it in the groovy soca. We hear it. I mean, it goes on and on and on.
But Shawn, that is the influence I'm talking about.
But him just say it. No.
Hold on. Not that we're not talking about the influence. Listen, I'm talking about, like, you say, yeah, we're not follow the number. But I'm saying, like, why is it that we can't find that one or two artists that are be able to pull us up back onto that, you know, that international stage and then be able to have a say on. That's what have a say in the market where numbers are concerned.
I mean, a lot goes into it, man. I mean, the prototypical one, the dancehall sound, it has changed. The generations turned over. You know what I say? Generation turned over, and the sound changed. You know what I mean? The producers nowadays who are quote unquote hot producers, these producers are young kids. You know what I mean? 10 years, 15 years younger than us.
Right.
So that sound change, and you know what I mean? The the patterns of that was set in stone for 40 years. You know what I mean? It has changed dramatically. So the world isn't really responding to that sound. You know what I mean? The groove, all of them things that it has changed. That's one. Because remember, you know, what really took dancehall reggae music to new heights back in the days was the drum and the bass. So even though people weren't really understanding the dialect, you know, for the majority of it, they were still able to rock to the drum and the bass. And they were still able to feel our vibes and hear a little bit of the chorus. Now, the drum and the bass is not really the at the forefront in what we call dancehall nowadays.
The swag.
Yeah, man, it's about the drip.
Yeah, you know.
It's about the little claps and the little business, and it's not really dancehall. And on top of that, you know what I mean. So if you take away the drum and the bass, that are one, and on top of that, people can't really understand what the artists are saying. So what do you leave them with? They have nothing to latch on to. You know what I'm saying? It's a hard sell. Yeah. It's a hard sell. You know what I'm saying? The rhyme schemes, these guys are rapping, so it's like it's fast, you know, it's like it's hard. It's hard for people, for the international masses to kind of feel it outside of certain anomalies. You know, you'll have somebody like a Coffee, every now and then Coffee, you know, somebody like a Cranium, they're enunciating their words, you can actually hear it. Right. It's like the formula is just out of whack. The beat changed. You know, people love the beat because one thing with drum and bass music, you know, mind, it could be Brazilian funk. That's a next. If you listen to Brazilian funk, heavy dancehall.
Yeah,
that influence is there. You're not really hearing what the guys are saying. You're not really you don't understand the dialect. However, you can vibe to the rhythm.
Yeah.
You can vibe to the
just
beat.
Just like, you know, even Afrobeat now is like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You hear it. I mean, obviously, some of them are English, some of them are them dialect, or some of them in their own language. But me still can rock with it because it still have a dancey vibe to it. You get what I'm saying? And it's just the same thing, yeah.
Yeah, man, I don't understand. Hold on. I don't understand what I say, but the thing body afraid. Body sing drag back. Yeah. Are they body sing?
Yeah, so yeah, man. So I agree with you. I agree with you. You know what I mean? And you know the debate always, we understand things change, you know. My things, we understand that. Because, you know, dancehall did change over the years, but you can't, my thing is you just cannot lose your identity. You understand what I'm saying? Because I listen to, I think you put up a mix. No mix, a playlist.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I follow still, because you already know me give up on the music, but sometimes I listen to your playlist and you say, yo, I'm get a 2 song out of it. I'm say, all right, I'm talking about this. I say, but me not really go on feed. Me not really go on for the new music. But if me see you put up something and you do a playlist, me listen to it and me say, all right, I like them song, and then me add them song to my playlist. You see me I say?
See.
But me I listen to the playlist and me I say, yo, I remember one part, me say after time I last, because I wonder if I see him rhythm and the same thing I play. I don't know what go on. It's like I'm going to differentiate. You know, when you zone out and I come back and I say, yeah, hold on. I the same song I play over and over. Like, I kind of does. You know what I say? And I know me is all in the company. It's the same thing with my father used to say when I listen to my music. But, you know, me, the way I just grew up, I understand music. I grew up around the man, around the sound, know if a DJ upon any rhythm. That's why the verses with Bunty and Beanie was so phenomenal. I stand up the whole, on my TV, I put it, I stand up the whole verses. Even the man, I go back to back, pan the perm, that pan a rhythm there. That's why me grew up and see. When a man go up there, whatever the DJ play upon the turntable, whatever rhythm, you know, you better know how to compose and hold yourself to ride that rhythm there, no matter which song it is. You get what I'm saying? So I saw me grow up. So when I see them, man, I just, the way them do the music and when them do it like it's a hip-hop thing, I tell a man, say, you cannot mimic hip-hop and you know, sound good like hip-hop. You can get lost in the sauce. You see me I say? So that's my thing, is you can't, we understand evolution and change, but you cannot lose your identity in the process.
So the thing though with the new music, like the new music, I mean, I rock to it. Like I usually tell people, I like to be current. I'm alive to keep up with the thing. I rock to it, I vibe to it, but it doesn't mean I'm in love with it. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean I'm in love with it. I vibe to it and ting. But with the new music now, the new dancehall that's out right now, from the squash them and the intense them and you know what I'm saying? Skilly Bang. It's not, and this is what I was telling somebody the other day.
Banger.
Is there the thing with the new music nowadays, it's 100% not about rhythms. It's not about rhythms.
Yeah,
it's
sure.
about, it's like you said, it's about hip hop. It's about wordplay.
Yeah.
It's about melodies, and it's about shock value, saying things to grab people attention. You know what I'm saying? And it's about drip. You know what I say?
Yeah.
And it's like a little swag kind of thing. The new generation now, it's the new youth them. The new youth them now. That is what they want to hear. Cause remember, my youth. When you go outside, my dog, and you got a club, and you got a dancehall event, and them kind of thing there. People, remember the setting nowadays in the club and in the lounge or wherever you at right now. It changed up. It's about bottles. It's about lights. And no dark room and them kind of thing there. Bottles, lights, hookah. It's about flossing.
Yeah.
So when people outside and ting, people want to hear lyrics, they want to hear melodies, they want to hear content that connect with their vibe. You see me I say?
Yeah.
So a man want to hear a little something that's very, very lighthearted. They don't want nothing that's too dense or too heavy.
Yeah.
And that's hip hop nowadays too. That's where hip hop is at right now. A man just want something where them they would have a little beat in front of them. And they might hear a little skilly man, they might hear a little writing king. Image. And this style what we all the image though. You know Massacre Image? If you listen to Massacre song with name Image, that pretty much paints a picture of what it's like to be outside right now. You know what I mean? He might flow upon the rhythm and a man about him herbs or
right, Massacre though. Massacre is a very maybe one of my favorite of this
generation.
Iman governor
and them Monday.
Yeah, because me used to the picture painting. Like I said, when I'm a DJ, I listen to them, the storytelling and the visual in their head, I can see when I'm say. But that's where me draw to. You get what I'm saying? The watered down lyrics like you talk about. Yeah, if me there on club and me there out and me will have vibes. Me just hear in the background and it have a vibes. But if you think if me there home, me gonna listen to that, me not listen to that.
All right.
So me driving on my car, me not listen to that. I listen to
where I tell you what the dancehall right now. So yeah. It's not about nothing too hardcore. It's very, very light business, like lighthearted. You know, it's very nothing too crazy. Cause when people outside they want that vibe there.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example now. About a song from a particular artist. And I said to myself, man, if this song came out in 2005, it would have been a massive hit. And I can show you where the time they're right now because it didn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Agent Sasko, Assassin, dropped a song last year named Loco. We don't want to know the song.
Yeah, man.
Loco.
Yeah.
On a GoPro.
Yeah.
On all kind of rhythm and all kind of vibe. You're not going away. Nobody don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
The people outside now, they don't want to hear that. Because it don't have enough vibe, it don't have enough swag. You know what I mean? It don't make them feel larger than life.
Yeah.
It might talk too much truth. You know, it's what I say.
You know, a man tell me about Saska already. A man said, I know, Saska one of my artists, I mean, one of my top 5 artists. And it's like, a man tell me, say, Sasko sang them depressing sometimes.
Yes! Yo, right on the money, that's what I mean.
And to me, it's not the depressing, but it's like, every man want every man want to have the flask and dog. 90% of the man them not live like that. I tell you, I want him to tell you must know this, Shawn. And I mean, I can't know this, and I mean, maybe know it more because just we even grew up. Yo, no for the artists them, yo. I mean, but this generation different because most of them get their money. You know, some other way. An idea. But when we grow up Jamaica and we know this is an artist, them move like them above. And the TV, you think them have all of this money and all of this thing. Majority of them now have nothing. It's enough of them, they pretend life. But it's one thing I notice before them get it, but most of them never make no money like that, right? But what I notice with this generation though, the whole of the man them have money before them boss.
Everybody rich, bro.
Yo.
Nah, the man
but all right. Yeah, let me tell you something. But one thing, as you know, Shawn said, you know, me I love me me have certain artists who me still draw, as me say, yo, me can draw back the Vendetta freestyle anytime. You know what I mean? And build a vibe for the freestyle alone with all of them artists. So at the end of that freestyle, that but more than the morning, you hear me a drive guy work, it's a skilly bang me a beat guy work. You understand? Because here I go on. As you said, right now, it's not when you listen to the man song, I'm not really ready in your ear, you know. I'm wordplay. You understand? That fit thing, it's like him say a thing in them big up Cartel on the BBC One radio freestyle thing when they see it. And the man say, he repeat it 2 times, the man say, yo, Cartel going to farm now. If you don't want to take the man to university, don't go boss. But him do the same thing because Cartel was that generational change where come with a different flow. And with this, take it seriously. When the man come in, they still have the man where I sing the same way. I mean, I go call and name this.
Listen, but Cartel is a one in a generation.
No, hold on, man. No, hold on. But I'm saying, listen, but Cartel brought a drove of change with him. No, you know what I mean? Well, dancehall because when it come before when we gravitate to
but if you have to be honest,
before that, if them man they did them man they was
but be honest about this though. You see this one.
Me not set up in a party listening man there.
Hold on. Was Cartel an international superstar? Was Cartel an international superstar?
Definitely.
I would say yes.
No. The Cartel was no international. Which big song Cartel ever have a transcend compared to me can name 5 artists right now. Where people maybe say wasn't better than Cartel. No, but one of them have bigger song than anyone a Cartel song. Cartel are one of my top 3 favorite artists now. But you see,
if you really do research, most international artists,
Cartel are full in shit attack.
Vibes Cartel
a full in the shit attack. A full in shit attack. Listen, me left Jamaica the pivotal time. I go to a high school at Jamaica. I left come America. I 17. So me that transition when the whole away go Calabar, love Cartel and whatever. I come America. Never hear me only place me hear Cartel around my people them, the areas them. You see me I say? But if I talk international hit and star, people love to sleep on Vegas. Vegas still have more stream than most of them artists nowadays. Period. Because the bad I work when put in. Mm-hmm. Them man there was an international. No, but I'm not saying them man there was an international superstar. But you would have put Cartel above him.
No, but you asked me if Cartel is. I don't put Cartel above him. Come on. Listen.
International. No, but I'm just saying
Vegas. I respect Mr. Vegas whole artist because I growing up because Vegas was the singer. The singer of dancehall when people are talking, I mean, listen, there's some other singers that had good voices, but in terms of hits and consistency, I remember one time when people say him drop off and him come back in the mid 2000s with international hits. Yeah. You know what I mean? So you have to, it's a different level. He has a catalog that will feed his family for years to come.
What I'm saying, that's why I bring that up.
But Cartel, remember, Cartel is a controversial artist. So what? And that his controversy limited him from traveling to show you his prowess. But guess what? Cartel was staying in the island and people from foreign try to reach the man for collab.
To me, yeah,
Come on.
But name
If
one
Cartel is ever
but
fly, allow me to tell Shawn, if Cartel is able to tour like all some of them.
Yeah, but you see, that's what we live in. If him could have with that type of situation, I don't care about none of that. Because Cartel in our modern time where
he still has the influence.
Yo, me not say I'm not the influence. Of course, Cartel have one of the biggest influence in dancehall. Me not say that. But me talk, if you are ranked on an international level in a different artists in a dancehall, there's set of artists where you can put above Cartel easily. Because Cartel is well known in people who are interested in our culture and people are there within the culture. But Cartel is not known very well outside the culture. Like that.
Yeah, man, that's a fact.
That's what I bring up. I mean, I talk Cartel is one of my top 5 artists then. So you already know that. But when I say sometimes we live in this world where we live in the know of the moment and we don't understand like the contribution of them people them put before us.
I will never listen. You asked me a question if he's known, but I said yes because let me tell you this. I will never forget. You know, sometimes you travel and you know the stereotypical names you hear when from people who have not of our culture or race or whatever it is. You know, I hear where people say Bob Marley, and then you hear people say what the other one name, Shaggy, it was me, Shawn. Them see, they call it, and then you will hear a few people might come and say Bojo or whatever it is, right? But you never really, when you hear, when I said this.
Shabba.
But when we hear, as you say, some of the younger generation of like our year group and a little bit younger, right? I'll never forget being in the Keys, you know what I mean? I'm living in the Keys for almost 2 years, right? And it was a lot of people from all over the world working in that space, right? I never forget we have a place we call Community Coach. We used to sit, chill up on after work. And the man, our brother from what place name? Uzbekistan. See it? Brother, part of the Soviet Union when them dissipated, you know what I mean? The brother said to me, say, if I know Vibes Cartel. I say, we don't know Vibes Cartel. And the man pull up on YouTube. You know what I mean? In playlist. I'm going to say, do you understand what he's saying? You want to hear the man? The man cannot talk patois, but the man sing Cartel song to me. Uzbekistan. So the man, when I look up where Uzbekistan is, brother, they're not even have nothing there.
No, listen.
When I said there's nothing there.
No, but I say I go find that. I'm running on people like that every day, but I'm just saying overall. You see what I say? But move on. There's I want to wrap it up here, right? I go for a while. But Shawn, before we wrap it up here, may I have two?
Yeah, man.
Want to know 2 things from you. First thing, of right now generation. Who are your top 5 favorite artists?
No generation. I mean,
no generation.
Alkaline is my artist. You know what I mean? And Alkaline been around since 2013, 2014. Alkaline are my artist from them time.
Yeah.
It's just that he broke onto the scene as a teenager. Was no generation. You mean dancehall artists?
Dancehall or reggae? We have no generation.
No generation.
I have another question I'm going to ask us, but I just want to know as now.
All right, let me give a couple dancehall and try to balance it out with the reggae. No generation. Of course, Alkaline. No generation. I have to say Popcorn. Real Popcorn. Was no generation. Of course, I like Chronics, Real Chronics, you know what I'm saying? Can't leave Chronics off of the list. I thought 3.
Yeah.
Who else? Right, I know. Who else I listen to a lot? I mean, I listen to some artists a lot, but it's like, let me put in some more work for me to say, for them to get on this list.
Yeah.
You know, for example, I listen to Reggae King a lot, but Reggae King need to put in some more work, and you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Was my listen to, was my like nowadays. I like Lila Ike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Who else?
One more.
One more.
See, the rough man of your struggle.
Yeah.
Telling tales that, you know. Telling tales that.
I'm factoring a lot of things into it. I'm thinking consistency. I'm thinking upside. I'm thinking long term.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like the whole thing. I'm not think about a little one song. I think about a man who feels like can, you know, withstand the test of time and thing.
Yeah.
And quality.
And one more. No say coffee. I think coffee is here to stay.
Okay. So
but as far as no
Ike, Chronics, Popcorn, and Alkaline.
Yeah.
Solid. All right. So who are your top 5 of all time?
Of all time?
Yeah.
Oh man. You gonna do this to me? No. Of all time.
Yeah.
You know, we can't live for Bob Marley.
We can't, yeah. I should, you know, we should exclude Bob Marley from this listen, because
if we're talking about reggae music, Jamaican music,
we got Bob Marley gonna for everybody.
It's too timeless.
Yeah, he's too like
too timeless.
Doesn't matter what year, because I love Bob Marley too. Like him one of my favorites. So him not even me not even put in my top 5 because he's just Bob Marley.
All right,
Bob Marley. Hear Bob Marley without feeling.
All right.
Isn't that so?
So hear the thing now. So, all right. I like, of course, I like Ninja Man.
Yeah.
All right. Shabba Ranks. You see me I say? All right. That's our 2.
2.
All right. All time.
Yeah, all time. Like you can even choose no artist of no. Depends who it is. It's up to you.
It's not gonna be no artist I know. It's not gonna be the artist I know.
It's impossible.
One said with conviction.
No, man, can't be impossible.
Man. I can't even think of one that near.
Me like Ninja Man. Me like Shabba Ranks. You see me I say. Me like Beanie Man. Me like Bounty Killer. Me like Vibes Cartel. The list needs to be longer.
Yeah. Like me, I have a top 5, I don't have a top 6.
I grew up on those artists.
Yeah.
That's my generation. So naturally, they're gonna like the artists when me grew up on.
Yeah, real talk.
Everybody else come after, but I didn't want them me really grew up on.
Yeah, man, likewise. Yeah, more, yeah. Okay, solid. Yeah, man. Solid list that, man. We can't go around that, but yo, appreciate you spending the time in a brethren. Appreciate
man.
Yeah,
much
some time, man. You know, have some
much respect to you guys. You know, man, I say much. And this kind of, I was telling one of my sisters earlier that I was coming on here. This kind of like give me a little motivation. I really appreciate you inviting me on the program. Kind of give me a motivation.
Get back at it.
To get back at it. A long time in the room, yeah. A long time. I'm not coming in the Reggae Talk room.
Yeah, Jono.
I want them all clean up in the cause I was starting to like keep it using it as like a little storeroom.
Yeah, man. We're glad they get back that vibes, man. That's it.
Yeah, man. So definitely appreciate the energy, man. You know, we can talk all night.
We know. That's how I see the time. I'm gonna say, hold on.
Whoever called me, I say, Shawn, yeah,
man. That's so
yeah, man.
Yo, shout out your social as usual, man. Let them know.
Yeah, man. So peeps, you can find me on Instagram at Reggae Music Forever. Reggae Music Forever. Just like how you spell it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You can also follow the podcast page, Reggae Talk, on Instagram. You can also check out some of our episodes on YouTube. Reggae Talk Podcast. You can look us up on Apple Music, Apple Podcasts. We have episodes on there as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just follow the movement, follow the blog. You know what I mean? The blog is updated almost every day. Reggae Music Forever on Instagram. Yeah, man. That's the thing, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Bless up, man. Respect And thanks for the time. You know what I mean? We do this again sometime, you know?
Most certainly, yeah, man. Big up Nick, big up Carter, Jamaican state of mind. See me I say? One vision enough.
Respect for the time.
Reggae and dancehall music, Jamaican culture. Much respect.
All right, respect. Yeah, man, I tell you, I'm gonna enjoy that one, man. Yeah, man. So big up Shawn for joining us on this episode. You know, I mean, really appreciate him at the time for come join us. You know, so people remember to go follow him at Reggae Music Forever. Yeah, man, that's a good follow right there, especially if you love reggae music, as I say. Keep up with all the current events and all of that, and push certain conversation where we need for you. You know what I mean? So big up yourself. Yeah, man. So remember for us, you know what I mean? Remember to follow us at Jamaican State of Mind Pod on IG, J State of Mind, and Twitter. And like me just remember that, big up Starlight, I think, from Instagram. Yeah, man, reach out to us. You know, she just discover our podcast and she been just going to the archive them and I reach out to us and I say she enjoy. She was happy she found our podcast. So you also big up yourself and big up yourself far from Twitter thing. I choose Exile. I forgot the name. Big up, but big up yourself, man. Is another bridging where out of Japan, the man where find the podcast and I go down in the archives and I reach out as well. So we appreciate all of that, man. All of that love and support. You know what I mean? So continue supporting us. So in the meantime, remember go JamaicanStateOfMind.com. You can find ways to connect with us. If you want to get a merch as well, you can go check it out there. And like I said, remember to subscribe to the YouTube. You try to build that up. So yeah, man. So big up on yourself. In the meantime, like I always say, people stay safe, stay blessed, and be objective. Alright, respect.
Yeah, Jamaican state of mind.